You know, my friends, every great story begins with a question. And the Mahabharata? Well, it started with the most important question of all. Hmm, Picture this. Thousands of years ago, there lived a sage named Zaunaka. This wasn't just any ordinary sage, mind you. He was leading a massive 12-year sacrifice, a yajna so grand that sages from across the land had gathered to participate. But something was troubling Saunaka's heart. In the midst of all these rituals and prayers, he realized he needed to understand something deeper. The very purpose of human existence, the meaning of Dharma, and why we're all here struggling through this complex dance of life and death. My dear Ograsrava, son of Lomaharshana, you have travelled far and wide, and your father was blessed to learn directly from the great Vyasa himself. We sit here performing these sacred rituals day after day, but tell me, what is the point of it all? I see kings fighting endless wars, brothers turning against brothers, and good people suffering while the wicked seem to prosper. In all your travels and in all the stories passed down from Vyasa, surely there must be some explanation, some great tale that can help us understand why the world works the way it does. We need more than just rituals, my friend. We need wisdom that can guide us through the darkness of confusion that clouds every human heart. Respected Saunaka, your question touches the very core of why the great Vyasa composed this epic. Kade, you ask about the purpose of existence? About Dharma and its complexities? Then listen carefully. For I will tell you the greatest story ever told, the Mahabharata. This is not just a tale of war, though war there certainly is. This is the story of how Dharma itself was tested, twisted, and ultimately preserved through the actions of extraordinary people facing impossible choices. In this epic, you will find kings and paupers, gods and demons, but most importantly, you will find yourself. Every character in this story represents some aspect of the human condition, our noble aspirations and our darkest impulses, our capacity for both great love and terrible hatred. And so began the telling of the greatest epic our civilization has ever known. Ugrasarava, carrying forward the wisdom his father received from Vyasa himself, was about to unfold a story that would answer Saunaka's profound questions. But here's what makes this epic so special. It doesn't give us simple answers. Instead, it shows us life in all its messy, complicated glory. It shows us heroes who make mistakes, villains who have valid points, and situations where there's no clear right or wrong. The Mahabharata forces us to think, to question, to wrestle with the same moral dilemmas that these characters faced. Because ultimately, this story isn't set in some distant mythical time. It's happening right now in our hearts, in our families, in our society. Every day, we face our own Kurukshetra, our own battlefield where we must choose between what's easy and what's right. So as we begin this incredible journey together, remember what Saunaka was really asking. How do we live a meaningful life in a world full of contradictions? How do we hold on to our values when everything around us seems to be falling apart? The answers, my friends, lie ahead in the greatest story ever told. Are you ready to discover them?